Man is an animal, suspended in webs of significance. He himself has spun. Good, non-specific time frame, YouTubers and bookfacers. It is Thursday, November 17th, as this is being recorded. And today we're going to talk about a topic a little deeper, a little bit thicker, a little more density than some of the previous topics. We're going to dive into the world of anthropology, a little bit actually more sociology than perhaps anthropology. I've been looking at a guy, I've been reading a lot the last few days, the works of Clifford Geertz. And Clifford was an interesting guy. That's where that quote came from. The concept that man is an animal suspended in webs of significance that he himself has spun. And what does this mean? Well, according to Geertz, he takes culture to be those webs. And he's not looking for the laws of culture so much as an explication, an understanding, meaning. The meaning. What is culture? What meaning can we have to try to understand what the word culture, what is culture? Well, instead of giving you a definition, we're going to try to use an example here. Oh, I got a twitch. Oh, or was it a wink? How do we know if someone is winking at us as opposed to them just having a twitch? That's culture. And that's one of the things Geertz was consumed with. How do we determine the meaning of very sometimes obscure, almost random behaviors like winking or giving a sign like that? Peace out, bro. We're not going to concern ourselves with where these behaviors, what the genesis of the behaviors are, but we are going to try to, over the next couple of videos, interspersed with probably some rants and some other comedy bits, we are going to try to get into a deeper understanding of culture and how human behaviors are giving meaning, which has a significance, and it builds itself into a web that sticks us. And winking is one of the most fascinating phenomena that we have as a human being, because a wink is, well, let's say, it's a conspiracy. When you wink at someone, they have to already have an understanding of what a wink is as opposed to a twitch. So you could be in a room of 50 people, and when you look across the room and you see, it's a form of communication, isn't it? But only if the receiver already understands the code. That's what we're going to concern ourselves with over the course of the next couple of videos, is how do people learn the code? The behavioral code of culture, not hard language, alphabet, talking, speaking, music. These are all sort of harder forms of communication that we use with each other, but subtle gestures that we make, like winking at each other. Very, very subtle. It's a web of significance that man, the animal, has spun for himself. It gets very, very complex, so we're going to intersperse some of these videos with a couple more lighthearted ones, because this can get a little bit too deep for a lot of people. Anyway, just wanted to touch on a couple things in this day in history. Operation Paperclip. Google that. Skylab on this day in history. Skylab. Something else you might want to Google. And also the famous actor Lee Strasberg was born on November 17th. So it's a seemingly innocuous day, but it definitely had some cultural and historic impact that you might want to look into Operation Paperclip, Skylab, Lee Strasberg. That's all the time we have. Talk to you tomorrow.